The Future: Emerging Technologies with a Focus on Education by Melissa Hall. 2 questions will be asked. What are the trends in emerging technologies and the implications they may have for teaching and learning? What are the technology skills both teachers and the students will need to have to be prepared for future learning and teaching? Prensky calls students born into the digital world digital citizens. They are born surrounded by technology. They use Web2 tools to create. They communicate via social network, using the internet to do it instantly. Prensky states that students that grow up in technology think and process information different from their predecessors. The model of the traditional classroom no longer suits them. Digital immigrants are the teachers who have not grown up with technology, and the biggest challenge facing education is that these digital immigrants struggle to teach a population that speak an entirely new language. Our teachers have been doing a pretty good job at adapting to these digital citizens. Students are becoming authentic learners, producing authentic work. Teachers are supporting students through the use of digital tools and pedagogical models to create more flexible, student-centred learning environments. To decrease the divide between digital citizens and immigrants and to address the rapid changes in curriculum and policies, we need to ascertain what trends there are in emerging technology. Then we consider the implications for teaching and learning. What do teachers need? What do students need? To identify the trends, we're going to look at 2 sources. The first source is Education Today, the School Principals Magazine, Term 1, 2014. The articles highlighted were Bring Your Own Device, the solution for Australian schools, Becoming an eSmart School, the introduction of touchscreens, the use of technology to bring experts into the classroom. The second source is the 2011 Horizon Report. The Horizon Project was established by the New Media Consortium to identify emerging technologies in education around the globe. 4 key trends were identified. The need to continually re-examine the role of an educator. People continue to expect to work, learn and study at their convenience. Work is increasingly collaborative, which creates a need to restructure student projects, and technologies are increasingly cloud-based. Critical challenges were identified. Digital media literacy is needed by teachers and students. Evaluation metrics, economic pressures, and the maintenance of knowledge and skills is difficult for teachers and students with the rapid changes in ICT. Technologies to watch in 2 to 3 years' time were augmented reality and game-based learning. In 4 to 5 years' time, it's gesture-based computing and learning analytics. While not all predictions are correct, examining trends allow for a move towards being prepared. ICT roadmaps have become a strategic approach to the ICT journey and tend to include 4 elements: the people, learners and the teachers, contents and services, including the curriculum, the learning resources, infrastructure, and policies and regulatory framework. The Horizon Report identified the following items to be included in roadmaps: personalised learning, assessing student learning, supportive social learning, diminishing the boundaries, developing alternative teaching strategies, enhancing role of stakeholders, and addressing policy changes. There are 2 approaches to technological change. The first is a technological determinist approach, where the technology itself drives the design of learning and teaching. The second is a techno-choice perspective. This involves the student or teacher evaluating the new technology and its potential to add value to learning or to the task as a learning tool. First, let's look at the implications for students. First, the Melbourne Declaration of Education states that successful learners should be creative and productive users of technology. ACARA has outlined 6 levels of student proficiency in ICT. Educational technology standards have been set for students which outlines what students should know and be able to do to learn effectively and live productively in an increasing digital world. An ICT general capability has been included in the Australian curriculum. Students need to be able to investigate, communicate and create with ICT. They need to be able to manage and operate while applying social and ethical protocols. Now let's look at the implication for teachers and what skills they may need to know. National professional standards for teachers have been created to outline what proficient use of ICT is. There are a range of digital pedagogies and frameworks that they need to be able to use. Teachers need to have digital literacy. They need to develop skills through PD at school and online courses. They need collegial support. They need to be networked, have skill audits through professional standards, and trainee teachers need to have ICT in their university training. The role of teachers is shifting from centre of stage to guide on the side. They are now learning with the students. They need to develop a flexible learning environment and be lifelong learners. They need to be networked. Thank you.